Hi, I'm Mike Stamus. We're here today with RamblingWreck.com with head coach Brian Gregory of Georgia Tech men's basketball team. Been through an eventful spring and summer trying to move through a transition here in the men's basketball program, and Coach Gregory is here with us for a visit today. And Coach, I know you've been very busy in the spring and the summertime. You spent a lot of time out of town, not a ton of time here in town, but I guess your big thrust has been going around the city and the state, meeting with coaches on the high school and the AAU level. You and your staff, how have you guys been received, as you've gone through your travels?
Well, it's been great. The coaches in the Atlanta area and throughout the state of Georgia have been tremendous to myself and our staff. And one thing I think they realize is that we're going to be out there. We're going to be recruiting their players, hard, giving them all the positives that Georgia Tech can offer, and at the same time just building relationships. And that's really what it's all about. And that was our number one focus, even with coaches that don't maybe currently have players right now. The most important thing is Georgia Tech basketball. Its fiber is intertwined with the city of Atlanta, but throughout the entire state of Georgia with the great players that have come here. And we need to make sure that we continue to foster and build those type of relationships.
You just come back from your first segment summer evaluation period, going to some of these events around the country. How was that trip for you and your staff?
Well, the summer recruiting is always a hectic time because it is really nonstop. For me, the worst part of it is being away from our current players for 9 days at a time and so forth, with everybody on campus this summer. But in terms of the evaluation, we were in a different situation recruiting-wise. We were recruiting some players without ever seeing them play, getting to know them via phone conversations, email, different things like that. But now you get to actually go out there and evaluate them. And I was pleased. I think we're on the right type of player. Obviously, they're not only high-quality players, but they're also high-character people as well. And it's very important that we recruit guys that really want to come to Georgia Tech and be part of the new vision we have for this program.
With the limited amount of time you get to evaluate these kids and watch them play, and the visits that you're able to have with them, how much do you really get to delve into what kind of kids they are, the character that they have, and how much of that do you really find out?
Well, I think you have to really do your homework, and you have to, there's limitations and different things. But if a kid is really interested, he's going to be contacting you. He's going to be responding to emails and different things like that. But you have to make sure that the fit is right. Every bit as important as in terms of not only the talent. You have to bring in highly talented players. That's a fact. But really, the difference, as I always say, between two teams, usually talent is maybe very slim. It's chemistry and leadership and the character of the team, and that's built by the individual players. And so it's so important that we get that type of information as well.
You've got 5 scholarships to give this fall. Are you looking to sign all positions? Are you trying to emphasize any particular areas, any positions, or are you just going for everywhere on the court?
Well, I think the number one thing is, as I said, these recruits that we bring in have to have a passion for Georgia Tech and understand what this great institution is all about. Not just the tradition on the basketball side of things, which is so important, but also the prestige of this institution. And so finding that fit is very important. And with the 5 scholarships, obviously, we're primarily going to bring in 3 perimeter players and 2 post players. But the thing that will be common among all 5 will be a versatility to play multiple positions and impact the game in different ways. We have 5 scholarships available. That doesn't mean you're tied at signing 5. You may carry one over for the next class. What's important is that we'll have 7 over the next 2 years, and to make sure that as we mold those classes together, that we're bringing in a group of 7 guys that will really act as the future and the foundation for this program in years to come.
Coach, thanks for being with us today. Until next week, this is Mike Stamus with RamblinWreck.com.